Blood is made of blood cells floating in plasma. Plasma is the liquid part of the blood and is mostly made of water, but also contains proteins, hormones, minerals, and vitamins. There are 3 types of blood cells in the blood. Red blood cells are also called erythrocytes. Red blood cells carry oxygen to cells and tissues. White blood cells help the body to fight infection. Platelets are small cells that help the blood to clot. Inside the bones is a spongy tissue called bone marrow. The bone marrow contains parent cells called stem cells. These cells are rapidly dividing, forming 10 billion new blood cells every hour of every day of our lives. Stem cells can grow copies or clones of themselves, which eventually develop into mature blood cells. Once they are fully formed and functional, the blood cells leave the bone marrow and go into the bloodstream. In people with Myelodisplasic Syndromes, or MDS, some of the stem cells in the bone marrow are abnormal. Most of the time, we don't know the reason why stem cells become abnormal. This is called de novo MDS. We do know that certain factors are linked to MDS. You are more likely to develop MDS if you were a smoker, if you were heavily exposed to certain chemicals, like benzene, or if you've received chemotherapy or radiation treatments for other cancers. Abnormal stem cells may not develop into mature blood cells. Instead, abnormal immature cells accumulate in the bone marrow, where they crowd out the normal cells and decrease the body's ability to form normal blood cells. Abnormal stem cells may also develop into abnormal or dysplastic blood cells. Dysplastic means they have an abnormal shape, size, or look. These cells may not function properly and do not develop into mature blood cells efficiently. The combination of bone marrow crowded with immature cells, as well as the presence of dysplastic cells that do not mature efficiently, are the reason why patients with MDS have low blood counts. People with MDS will have different symptoms depending on which blood cells are affected. A low red blood cell count is called anemia. A low white blood cell count is called leukopenia. The white cells that are the most important for attacking and killing bacteria are called neutrophils. A low neutrophil count is called neutropenia. A low platelet count is called thrombocytopenia.